Come, sit with me a while. The banyan is old tonight. It has seen many things. Storms that broke branches, silences that broke people. The moon is out. Tonight it looks a little tired, the way the moon looks when it has watched too much and could not intervene. There is a story waiting in the branches, not an ancient one. This one happened here, in a village not unlike the one your grandmother grew up in. His name was Vikram. In the village, he was considered a capable man. He owned land. Not much, but enough. A small house with a courtyard, a wife named Savitri who kept everything running with quiet hands. A young son, Arjun, who had his father's eyes and his mother's patience. From the outside, it looked like a good life, and it was, mostly. But Vikram carried something inside him, something he had carried so long, he no longer noticed its weight. Anger. Not the loud kind that breaks things, the other kind, that lives just beneath the surface, that finds reasons everywhere it looks. Savitri tried in the beginning. She would speak gently, explain, offer a different way of seeing, but explanations offered to anger are like water poured into fire. They do not calm it, they make it louder, so slowly, without announcement. Savitri stopped explaining, not because she stopped caring, but because she had learned that some fires do not want to be put out. They want to be witnessed, and she was tired of being the witness. The village noticed. Villages always do. His closest friend Rajan, who had walked with him since they were boys, began to find reasons not to visit. First the harvest season, then a family matter, then just absence. Vikram told himself Rajan was busy. This is what anger does. It builds a story where everyone else is the problem. And the anger is simply the correct response to an incorrect world. Then, one evening, Arjun came home from school with a painting. A simple thing. A house, a tree, 4 figures in the courtyard, 3 of them together. His mother, his grandfather, his grandmother. The 4th figure stood apart, at the edge, facing away. "Who is this?" Vikram asked quietly. Arjun looked at his father, then looked away. "That is you, Baba. You are always a little away." Savitri did not look up. His mother pretended not to hear. And Vikram stood in the middle of his own courtyard, surrounded by everything he had built, and felt completely alone. That night, he did not sleep. He sat under the old neem tree at the edge of his land, and for the first time in many years, he did not look outward. He looked in. He saw the harvest arguments, but this time he saw his own face in them. He saw Savitri's silence and understood. It was not stubbornness, it was exhaustion. He saw Rajan's absence. A man can only stand at the edge of someone else's fire for so long. And he saw Arjun's painting, that small figure at the edge, facing away. That was not the world's doing. That was his. The problem was not outside. It had never been outside. Change in a person does not happen like a river flood. It happens like the first rains after a long summer, quietly, almost unnoticeable, but the earth knows. Vikram did not transform overnight. There were days he slipped, but something fundamental had shifted. He began to listen, not to respond, just to listen. When Savitri spoke, he stayed with her words instead of preparing his answer. When Arjun made a mistake, he took one breath before speaking. And sometimes, by the second breath, what he wanted to say had changed. Small things, quiet things, but in a village, small, quiet things are noticed just as quickly as loud ones. Rajan came back first, not with explanation, just with his presence. Two men on a charpoy, talking about the fields, the way they used to. Then Savitri began to speak again, small offerings, to see if they were be received differently. They were. And slowly, the fourth figure in Arjun's painting began to move toward the center. Vikram never became a perfect man. The village will tell you that honestly, but he became a present one. The fire did not disappear. It was redirected into patience, into listening, into the daily work of choosing words over weapons. Vikram learned this not from a book, not from a teacher, from a child's painting, and a figure standing at the edge, facing away. Sit with that for a while. The moon is still out. The banyan is still listening.